that, so that he may taste the evil consequences of what he did. God has pardoned all that took place in the past, but if anyone does it again, God will take revenge on him. God is almighty, exactor of revenge. For believers, the obligation of the Hajj is an opportunity to express their submission and devotion to Almighty God, the All-Powerful, and to gain an enhanced consciousness of their own helplessness. A Muslim who goes on the Hajj rids himself of all worldly matters and concerns, such as property, rank, and status, and turns entirely to God. The millions of Muslims who congregate together for the same purpose during the Hajj pay no heed to differences of color, language, race, or class, and form a living tableau of equality and brotherhood. All Hajis, rich or poor, strong or weak, wear the same clothing, abide by the same rules, fulfill the same obligations, and act under exactly the same conditions, thus reinforcing their feelings of brotherhood. Believers who come together at Arafat and encircle the Kaaba, shoulder to shoulder with this noble state of mind, distance themselves entirely from detrimental qualities such as boastfulness, pride, jealousy, envy, and dispute. They bond together in a spirit of Islamic brotherhood. They constantly consider how the life of this world is but transitory, and that the true home of the faithful is the hereafter. They fear the suffering of the day of judgment, when all people will be gathered together, and which will inevitably come to pass. They constantly bear in mind that their greatest aim is to attain the good pleasure of God. Seeing these lands where Islam was born and spread, where the Quran was revealed, and where the Prophet and his companions struggled against various troubles and difficulties, strengthens believers' feelings of zeal and increases their joy and enthusiasm. Thousands of Muslims from all over the world, with their different skin colors, languages, nations, and cultures, but with the same objective and energy, are thus able to bond and meet together.
From Nigeria. From Islamabad.
From Egypt.
Indonesia.
Morocco.
From Palestine.
China. Bangladesh.
Japan.
Muslims who have been on the Hajj exhibit such moral virtues as patience, trust in God, stoicism, mutual assistance, and solidarity. God has commanded in verses, "When you pour down from Arafat, remember God at the sacred landmark. Remember him because he has guided you, even though before this you were astray. Then press on from where the people press on, and ask God's forgiveness. God is ever forgiving, most merciful. When you have completed your rites, remember God as you used to remember your forefathers, or even more." The way that the Kaaba brings all Muslims together, and the manner in which millions of people bond together for the same purpose in this holy site, attracts considerable interest in Western societies. This bonding is a means whereby a great many people come to develop an interest in Islamic moral values, some of whom seek to acquire a better knowledge of Islam and eventually go on to become Muslims. Michael Wolff, who, despite having a Christian mother and a Jewish father and being brought up rather far removed from Islamic moral values, is one of those who has converted to Islam. Wolff, an American writer and television reporter, described his feelings during the Hajj.
This is also a chance for everyone who comes to Mecca, who can manage to make the journey, a chance to get back to basics. It's a chance to remember that we have things to be grateful for, beginning with the air and the water and the food and that we consume and the natural world that supports us. And it's quite extraordinary to see 2 million people in this frame of mind all at once.
Another American Muslim is Fidelma O'Leary, a professor of neurological sciences at St. Edward's University in Texas. Despite having been